ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the opportunity to share with you the Red5 story. As Rob has alluded to, Red5 has gone through significant change. And by coincidence, it was a year ago yesterday that Red5 took ownership of two significant gold mines in West Australia's aptly named Eastern Goldfields. They were the Darlot and King of the Hills gold mines. And whilst a year ago, before the acquisition, we were quietly confident, we couldn't have anticipated the success and level of achievement that we've been able to see and reach over the past 12 months. This success and achievement has resulted in greater productivity, greater efficiency, and increased mine life. As part of our endeavours over the past 12 months, we've embarked on a significant exploration program, and that's been at both mines and also both underground and at surface. And the drill rig that you see here is part of that program of exploration. We've had up to 5 drill rigs working, and I'm pleased to say that over this period of time, we've seen a great level of success at both mines, in particular at Darlot. We've seen a near mine extension to our high-level, high-grade ore body at the Oval, and recently, only 2 weeks ago, we've announced an exploration breakthrough at the King of the Hills mine, which is potentially a game changer for us. I'll be talking about those in a few minutes. So, in essence, we're a West Australian-based miner. We have 2 significant mines here in Western Australia, and we have a third project in the mineral-rich Philippines. When I joined Red5 some 4.5 years ago, I knew it was important to get a vision for the company that the employees, the shareholders and the stakeholders could rally behind, a vision of growth, integrity and sustainability. And I'm very proud of the achievements that the company has been able to reach over the past 4.5 years. As well as a very strong board of directors, we also have a very strong share register, a register that many companies significantly larger than us will be enviable of. It consists of Goldfields and Saracen, which is a conclusion of the acquisition from 12 months ago, and they also joined the long-term investors of Red5, of Franklin Resources and Ruffer. So what have we got and where are we based? We've got 2.7 million ounces as a resource inventory. 1.6 million ounces is here in West Australia, based collectively between the 2 mines of Darlot and King of the Hills. Darlot is an underground gold mine with a CIL processing plant. King of the Hills is also an underground gold mine, and the ore is trucked from King of the Hills to Darlot to be able to fill the mill and to be able to gain efficiencies and economies of scale. In the Philippines, we have the Sienna Gold Project, which has got 1.1 million ounces as resource inventory, and it's a high-grade gold mine, open pit, transitioning into an underground, and also has a CIL processing plant. There's a list of actions and milestones that we've been able to reach over the last 12 months, and I'll be able to go through these in more detail through the presentation. Hopefully the takeaway that you get is that we're an action-orientated company. We've got lots on the go, and hopefully in 12 months' time, we'll be standing here and I'll be able to have an equally long list of activities and achievements. In the Eastern Goldfields, in a bit more detail, we've recently put out our resource reserve update, and we've also put out our production guidance for the financial year, which is between 100 to 115,000 ounces. So we endeavour to be able to be part of that 100,000 ounce production club. Part of the achievement in reaching that 100,000 ounce plus production has been the debottlenecking of the Darlot process plant. 12 months ago, the throughput was annualised at approximately 600,000 tonnes per annum. We've been able to break through that rate through the nameplate capacity of 830,000 tonnes and up to an annualised run rate of 1 million tonnes per annum. We also believe that within this area there's going to be further opportunity for consolidation, and that's been underscored by our acquisition from Anglo Gold Ashanti of the Ockerbury Hill tenement. So we purchased this some 4 or 5 months ago. It was a great deal for both companies. The tenement was surplus to Anglo's requirements and fitted very neatly into our tenement holding, and in particular its location in close proximity to Darlot. A bit more detail on those increased reserves resources. At Darlot, the other anniversary that I would like to share with you is that in November, so next month, Darlot will be celebrating a 30-year mining history. So 30 years ago, mining on a large scale started at Darlot, and through that 30 years there's been a significant number and change of ownership, and it's had significant mining companies, major from Plutonic, Barrick, Goldfields and so on, owning Darlot. It's produced 2.7 million ounces over that 30 years, and certainly when they started mining 30 years ago, they never thought that people would be listening to continued mining at Darlot. So it's essentially a gold system that keeps on giving, and I'm very pleased to say that when we purchased the project from Goldfields, it had a 6-month life, and through our effort and endeavours over the past 12 months, we've been able to extend that mine life to 3 years. So at an average mine production of 70,000 ounces per annum, we've got 218,000 ounces as a reserve, which gives us another 3-year life. And we believe that there's a lot more gold to come out of Darlot in the future. Part of that upgrade for their reserve resources has been this exceptional drilling that we've been able to identify and discover throughout this year, which is the extension to the oval, which has been over the last 2 years the jewellery box for the mine that's been mined by both Goldfields and Red5. In January of this year, the first target area that we explored has been an extension to the oval, and we've had some great success. For those at the back, the yellow is good grade, the red is high grade, and the magenta is exceptional grade. So we're absolutely delighted with this success. We've announced the results within 5 months of drilling, and within 6 and 7 months we've updated the resource reserve. And this month we will start mining the large bulk stopes. So from drilling to mining has been a journey of 10 months, and that's been achieved because of the large infrastructure that was already committed previously to oval, and this has been our lowest hanging fruit, to be able to extend ore drives and to be able to hit this high grade mining area in a very quick and low capital time period. The other aspect of Darlot whilst it's been mined for 30 years, it's also been explored for 30 years. And over that 30 years of exploration by major companies, there's been a great build-up of knowledge, and all of the exploration tools in the toolkit have been built up and systematically overlapped on each other. And that includes the 3D seismic survey that has been used very successfully by a number of large companies, including Northern Star at Dundee, which has been able to identify and add millions of ounces of resource to their Dundee project. So we through this 30 years of build-up of knowledge, we have been able to prioritise our exploration targets on a science-based aspect. The other project that we purchased 12 months ago is another giant within the goldfields, the King of the Hills. For those who remember, it was an open pit called Tarmula. It's produced 1.9 million ounces from an underground. But surprisingly, through that time, there has been very little exploration on the underground. And so whilst it's a large open pit, runs at some 2 kilometre strike length, underground it's relatively shallow compared to its peer group, which is about 700 metres. It's in the order of about 350 metres at depth in its deepest part and about 150 metres in its shallowest part. So there's plenty of gold to go, we believe, both under the north, the centre and the southern areas. We've been able to increase the reserve mine life from this, from 0 when we purchased the asset 12 months ago to 2 years. We've recently updated and announced an exploration breakthrough, which is hugely exciting for us. We followed on from Saracen's concept of drilling against the normal concept. So we're drilling in an east-west as opposed to the north-south. We've turned the drill rigs 90 degrees and we're drilling against the main contact and structure. And what we've been able to identify is hugely exciting for us. We've been able to, through a series of 7 drill holes, be able to hit significant grade in the way of identifying tension veins which are narrow but high grade, and when they bulk up, they become very, very attractive, including 6 metres at 39 grams, 14.5 metres at 7.5 grams, 15 metres at 5.6 grams. So we've really just scratched the surface of this concept, and it's again, it's open at depth, open to the north and open to the south, and it will be a primary focus for us. So this is an example of what the tension veins look like when they bulk out. The other opportunity that we have at King of the Hills is on heap leach and ore sorting. None of these are in the guidance for the 12 months, and we believe that there'll be, if either of them are successful, then that will be additional ounces and tonnes for us. The other concept, if you follow the concept that the underground at King of the Hills is underexplored, well, so is the whole tenement area. The third project that we have is in the Philippines, the mineral-rich area. We have a high-grade open pit and underground. We hit the industry had political issues with the Minister of Mines and Environment. That's been changed out. We've been able to gain a key extension to our environmental permit, which we believe that from now on we'll be able to unlock value in this project. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your attention. Through our efforts and endeavours, we believe that we've been able to breathe new life into what people previously thought were old mines, but in our view, we've been able to breathe life and create new mines. Thank you.